at void start items.
Prepare for battle.
I have started.
In secret, obvious to all that this one
you
is
started
in
recording?
the bag.
Yeah, I started the match as well. Wait, let me go back.
Hold on a minute. Go to -120 and then we'll start.
Okay, we'll all go at the same time. You guys are lagging. Hello? Am I lagging? Oh shit, I am lagging. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fixed.
someone's in it. Yeah, it's fixed. Okay.
That's much better. So when do we start?
Alright, so we're all at -120, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, after 3, like, so basically on the 3, we go 1, 2, 3 is press play, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Prepare for battle.
Alright, so we're all at the
In
same
secret,
time.
obvious
Let's
to
start
all
this.
that this one is in the
We've
bag.
got
Let's get
ourselves
this
a
fight
2K
started.
A 2K MMR serious
Don't
match
worry,
coming in
lads.
here.
This one's
A
in the
ranked
bag.
match.
It's in the bag.
And
I'm
we have
Jivvers.
Lion.
I'm Jivvers. We're joined by SF and Virtual co-casters for this wonderful game that's coming right up. And I'm just currently I'm actually looking over here at the Faceless Void and the starting items. What do you think about that, boys?
Faceless Void.
Oh.
I think it's quite the right build because you don't want to grab
Yeah.
the Quelling Blade. You can get it from the sideshow. Just get as much
Right.
regen.
30 seconds
Yeah,
to
so
battle.
Especially
absolutely
that
fantastic.
his offlaners are gonna be damage dealers like Windrunner and Fudge. So he needs a lot of healing items.
Looking on the dire side here, we've got a lineup of Pudge, TA, Rubik, Bloodseeker and Wind Ranger. And actually already in the top lane, can you see this? There's a little bit of a hustle starting for the
The
moves.
battle
And
begins.
the lift comes out from the Rubik there, and he moves back. Excellent play from the Rubik.
Let's
Looks
watch
like
the
they
mid
managed to be able to snag the runes as well. Two top runes going on the top side for the Radiant, and didn't actually quite see what happened down.
Templar with the
down there,
block.
T-Tors.
Templar with a very superior block right here. Oh, she might have blocked too much. She did, and now she fucked everything up. But
Where are you looking
but
there?
it's all mid lane. But it's all maybe part of the master plan. Maybe Templar wants to intentionally push her lane with the
Yeah, so
overblock.
focusing here on the mid lane with Kunkka. Looking at the last hits and denies, Kunkka's got 3 last hits, and TA with the 2 there. So things just a little bit even at the start. He managed to get the range creep deny there. As you'll notice, I'm actually casting my own game. But getting a couple of swipes, the Tidebringer out there, and the lane control starting to swing back a little bit in Jivvers' favour there. But with that range creep pushing, the TA's managing to keep the lane equilibrium. Having a look on the other lanes, what do you guys think? Anything interesting happening in the other lanes?
Top is kind of having a bad time, and Bloodseeker is farming pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, as Virtual said, in the top lane, the Bloodseeker
And
getting
bottom
nicer.
Great
side.
torrent coming from Jivvers. It's such a zoning torrent because you know Templar.
You might see First Blood over here, but no Disruptor will not come in to help the Void.
Yes, and just everything seems to be pretty even at the moment. I mean, there's a lot of pressure going on
Never.
over in the top lane. Then in the mid lane, the 9 CS over the 5 on the TA. Kunkka's having a good start, but he may be running out of regen soon because the TA is chipping away. But it all seems to be fine at the moment. Do you think, boys, that which team is a question? Which team do you think would be looking for the late game? Which ones should be looking to end this one early?
I think
I think Dire need to end it.
Dire, yeah,
Yeah.
need to end it early.
They have the
So-
Bloodseeker, it's gonna be
Actually,
more like a Blood Feeder. Come later.
no. If you realize Bloodseeker this patch has become a little bit more tankier than last patches.
And Pudge misses the hook bottom there. But where are you looking at, SF, at the moment?
Watching top lane currently.
So over in the top lane, the Clockwork has actually managed to pull the wave back slightly. The wave may have pushed inadvertently, and Lion's getting a few stuns off there and trying to deal a lot of harass with the mana drain. And hopefully, I mean, in this off lane, you know, Clockwork, obviously he's going to be pleased with this lane coming this way, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at
Yeah.
bottom right now, but I'm realizing something.
Oh,
Oh, a little bit of
Windranger with
action
the
actually going in
chase,
mid
with the
lane.
chase.
Windranger's been
Jivvers.
chasing around, and Jivvers is actually forced out of his lane. That's going to be really bad for him.
Templars catching
Radiant's
up with the
middle
last
tower
hits.
is under
Deny
attack.
So-
Templars.
About safe lane, I think the Disruptor should pull the lane, the creeps a little bit, because they're going too deep, and
It's all
Void needs to
parts
farm
of the
early on.
master plan because now they think the Gary's underfarmed, but it's actually underfarmed, so it's mind games.
Yeah, looking at the last hits, Void is in the lead, and
So I got a
quite
last question.
significantly.
Is this
the dire
stream
side.
PG-13?
Sorry, what was that, Virtual?
I don't
Is
fucking
this
think
stream... Okay. Point taken.
Yeah, so as I was saying, the Void is in the lead in the last hits here, and looking at the Kunkka, he's been really affected by that being forced out of lane. He's actually forced out another salve here, and he's not getting enough really out of this to win the lane. So he may think about just farming elsewhere, pushing out the waves, and then going off to the jungle to get some extra last hits here.
Conceal your
Especially when the TA has the advantage, he's taken every rune so far.
Everything seems to be quite calm and chilled at the moment. Windranger getting in a lot of harass against Void, but obviously Void with that 6 armor, he is going to be able to hold along with the stout shield, and he seems to be sustaining himself in the lane pretty well. Kunkka's been forced to the shrine here, and actually TA is caught up dramatically and has probably won the lane by this stage. What do you think, boys?
I think, yeah, look at her farm.
it's quite tragic what happened in mid because Jivvers had the lead early on, the first wave or two. Now it's all
But-
gone.
Yeah, still, come on.
It's
We don't know what TA is capable of.
compare their items, Templar and Kunkka, it's far gone. But we look at the safe lane, we have the Void, and he has quite
There seems to be a bit of
Quite
action
well.
going on top, and if you look top here, Clockwork is pulling the wave quite cleverly actually back to get that whole entire
that's
creep
a
wave.
500
Lion is aiding him there with the aggro. I think he intended to do that somehow.
Oh, that's well played. That's really well played. But we have to note that the Faceless Void is leading the net worth chart by 400 gold above the Templar.
Yes, we can see that the gold is
Watch
a
the
bit of
Void
a
a bit.
difference here, just swinging towards the Radiant side. And actually Windranger's having a little look in on the Kunkka mid, and he's trying to sweep round. I think Jivvers is completely unaware of this, and he is going aggressively against the TA. But oh, Windranger's coming round. He's actually got the haste rune, but out comes the boat, and Kunkka is able to back.
I'm just really
where-
surprised that no one TP'd mid to help you.
Well, they know he would survive, so it's fine.
Yeah, they're telepathic, these boys. They know that they are gonna this Kunkka is gonna survive.
We watch the Faceless Void
preemptively.
pulling the creep wave while Disruptor fights the offlaner in classic safe lane form. That's how it goes. The carry pulls, and the support stays in lane.
Well, of course. How do you think it goes
This
otherwise?
is how it probably should be done. But
There's a fight going on top, and Clockwork here, he's able to actually deny himself on the cogs away, and the tri lane is starting to put a bit of pressure on in the off lane, but Clockwork seems to be in control with that huge tankiness that he does have in lane. Jivvers at the moment, Kunkka is forced to use a clarity and leave the lane. He's chosen to actually get some of the catch up with the jungle creeps. Do you think any team looks ahead at the moment?
I think it's still pretty balanced so far.
Looking pretty even.
But
and,
for now, top lane is for the Dire.
The Void is doing way
Mid
too
lane.
well though. The Void is doing way too well. He's
it
lane
looks
is
like
for
the
the
Void
Dire.
here on the Radiant
700,
side.
I
Yes.
think 500
Double
net
damage.
worth above the Templar, who's quite in the lead.
Earlier on, I think the Wind Ranger actually managed to sneak around a ward in the mid lane aggressively.
Yes,
so
I was just gonna mention difference in the vision between Radiant and Dire. It makes a difference. Difference makes a
certainly,
difference.
there's a little bit of action with the X mark in mid lane, and there seems to be something going on. They're forcing out a gank.
Dire's
Kunkka's trying to
structures
juke it around in the trees. Out comes the power shot to get those trees, but out comes the boat as well. And TA is just pounding into Kunkka. What is he going to do? He has to run it. Out comes the traps.
Probably.
Yes, he manages to get up to the top lane. Can he survive here? This is the power shot though.
Thanks and have
Hey, weehaw.
On the edge.
The Wind Ranger gets
And are they gonna get a second
Magnificent.
there?
This boy next door, he thinks he's Weehaw. Look at this. Unbelievable. But would you believe
with
it?
the play.
Unbelievable plays there from Disruptor, actually getting the creep denied on the Ancient. And the fight does close out. Whew. That was a bit of a testy one there mid. What do you think?
I think it was big plays from all sides. The Kunkka did his best, Jivvers, but Templar tried to turn around, didn't work out, and then weehaw with the fucking power shot.
With the fucking plays. Absolute power shot coming out with the Wind Ranger, and boy next door just really showing the damage coming out here and building up those levels, building up that refraction, extra damage. Nothing much going on here. It's settled down a little bit. And do you think any team needs to think about starting to become more aggressive, or?
I think we're gonna see some action top. Someone's gonna die.
Oh, there's a fight going top. We can see Clockwork trying to get those extra hits in. The team comes out for them. The spike.
Can they go for a second?
The earth spike.
They're still
I
in
don't think
range.
they can
There's
do.
your runes, boys.
And the runes are being stolen from the Weehaw himself. Wind Ranger Weehaw
Watch the
running
Void
around
for
the
a bit.
map, getting those runes.
Rush and Weeha.
It's quite the feat for Faceless Void with 2 Wraith Bands and a Midas, minute 10.
Yes, definitely the snowballing effect is starting to kick in a little bit, but there's only a 1k lead on the Dire side. There's action out, the boat came out from Jivvers there, but again, Wind Ranger is making presence in the mid lane. They seem to back off now, and the Clockwork denies
Dire's
the
middle
regen
tower
rune
is under
effectively.
attack.
Things to be settling down, although there's some action top lane. Can they get a kill here? The Bloodseeker just get away.
Rubik's gonna suck him up, Josh.
Rubik, what level is Rubik actually? It's level 7, so actually managing to use that
Are they gonna kill
spell
him?
against Lion.
Can they
But
kill
then
him?
out comes the spike, out
I
comes
don't think they can kill him.
the kinetic field,
But Wind Ranger's gonna.
but Wind
get-
Ranger comes up just at the right time. This position for Wind Ranger is really showing off here.
Radiant's top
now-
tower is under attack.
Dire goes position 4 Wind Runner. That's pretty effective.
This is
Pretty
weird.
effective indeed. This is Weehaw. Ha 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 ha
And
ha.
mid lane, you could have seen
whoa,
him
mid
kill,
lane.
but
Close with
Some
Jivvers.
serious damage coming out from Jivvers, and
Surviving with 50 HP on the Templar.
boy next
It's
door
a-
does manage to get away, and a lovely helpful salve, a lovely helpful mango. This Wind Ranger is really doing some work around the map. The Disruptor actually has decided to come out and help the mid lane here. There is a lot of action going on. Out comes the boat again. He gets hard shot. He lands the boat. Does manage to get a couple of hits off,
Division
but
boat with
again,
the
boy next door, but the glimpse comes out. Can he get the lot? That hit him.
Oh no! What did she?
Oh,
She's dead.
Connect,
Start to bring it in.
the Thunderstrike, yes, actually managed to get the TA in the end. Wind Ranger again though, just causing trouble. But he's decided to drop the Static Storm. Bloodseeker managed to get the last hit, but then Jivvers comes in to clean up Bloodseeker. So a lot of trades going on here, boys, do you think?
It's pretty even. So now.
Dire's middle tower
This
is
As
under
you can see,
attack.
the wind
this
runner.
Ranger right now is acting exactly like my ex, just being extremely fucking annoying.
Your ex.
And he manages to get the Time Walk away.
SF
and,
stacks.
Sir Action Slack seems to be in the building somewhere.
Radiant
It's,
are scanning.
Sir Action Slack's Disruptor. Oh, we did miss
What
the
is
kill there in
level
the top lane.
Someone just
And-
got fingered and it's not my ex.
Keep it safe, man. Oh, that's
boy,
it's always
Oh my word! With the hook.
it's
And now,
always the guys in the back
no man's
spots.
land. He can't get out of there. Say goodbye to the Disruptor.
Let's watch Jivvers come up. We're wilding.
Back to the mid lane. A little bit. TA being forced back a bit. And Jivvers does actually pick up the Invis rune and see if he can. He's probably going to be able to try and look for some sort of kill potential here with this. Nothing much
top
going on with
tower is
Clockwork
under
here,
attack.
and he may be able to join him. If the communication, the communication is absolutely perfect coming out from the Radiant team, I'm sure. These guys have never played with each other, so
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So,
And
Clockwork's
Bloodseeker
going
gets the
for
rock
video.
and it looks like Clockwork is dead video.
A classic
like
1
the
k
dodo.
2 k.
Jivvers.
Look at this.
It is trying to get, does get the last hit. The cleave damage onto the Wind Ranger, and Wind Ranger's been causing a lot of trouble, and he just decides to TP out! Right in front of
I just
the...
want to point out something. The Clockwork's death is
800
fine.
MMR plays all around. And
And Virtual,
I'd like to
Virtual.
note that
Hold on a sec, SF. Virtual, what do you want to point out, mate?
Clockwork just died a stupid death. He got ulted by Bloodseeker. He didn't have a TP. He could have just TP'd out easily. And Rubik just wasted his first ability, the telekinesis. So he could have TP'd and lived easily. But he didn't have a TP at that time. Classic
Maybe he's
1k move,
holding the
okay.
TP back tactically, maybe, but
yeah, exactly.
who knows on that, you know.
I
you know.
just
Players
wanted
here.
to mention the top
They
3
are
in the
trying
networks
hard.
right now. And you
There's action in the mid lane again, and TA bang.
down. The top 3 in the networks currently are Void, Kunkka, followed by the Pudge. So gotta keep an eye on the Pudge with his Vanguard, with his Space Boots.
Looks like this off lane Pudge has been building up a lot of farm here,
Dire's
and
middle tower
Void is
under
sort of
attack.
retreating more or
Radiant's
less
courier
to the
has
jungle.
been killed.
Keeping, it's actually he's going on Wind Ranger. Look at this. There's lots of right clicks, and the bash comes out. Oh, and here comes the chrono. Lots of right clicks, but
With
Pudge is there
the
with the
Dandy
save.
Hook.
Dire's middle tower
All
is
right
under
clicks coming out
attack.
from the Void. Pudge uses the dismember.
Can you finger him?
Out with his finger, he does manage to finish him off. Can the Void get out of there in time? No, he can't.
We were just
And
talking
now-
about the Pudge and how we should keep an eye on him. He's not only the highest dire net worth, but he's the highest dire effectiveness. The Glimpse.
Out comes the glimpse, out comes the rockets, and there seems to be a little bit more vision for the die side in that area, just around by the bottom rune. Kunkka's going to come and try and help out the situation now. He doesn't engage on the Pudge. He maybe should have engaged on the TA there, because the TA is completely slashed.
What a hook online.
And out comes another hook from Pudge there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Jivvers.
Jivvers is forced to back off. A lot of stuff going on here. And TA is digging out more right clicks, but then the static storm is dropped. There's so much damage coming out from the static storm, and actually Void manages to pick up the kill. No, it was the disruptor that picked up the kill. Jivvers is chasing. What is it? Oh, he brings up to the X-Mark. Doesn't manage to be able to catch the pad, but he's got the dismember off. And Jivvers is in a lot of trouble. He's got the last hit. And he moves around, but Wind Ranger's on the case.
Right with the stolen thingy. That is annoying.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Excellent trade though for the Radiant side, and actually they could follow up on onto the Wind Ranger here, but she just runs away there. It's a wind run.
Watch the Bloodseeker. He's on his way to his Radiant. Hopefully we'll get it by the end of the game.
Yep. Well, we all know that Radiance at this level is absolutely essential on a Bloodseeker. Time again, we'll see a Bloodseeker head off to the jungle and maybe beat AFK for a while, for good reason, because that's how you win at 2K. Right, here we go. Action in the mid lane. Comes to nothing. Comes to nothing.
We see plenty of wards.
Lots of wards coming out, and then immediately trying to be de-warded by Lion. He doesn't actually get the last hit on the sentry there. He decides to posture himself
the
ready
vision
for
game
fight.
is really strong here. Like, if we can look at above the bottom shrine of Radiant, they kind of have vision of fight in mid.
Might have to stop you there because there's a lot going on. Oh, the hook comes out from the clockwork. And he actually manages to get the Rubik, and now a lot of damage coming out from the Bloodseeker. And the Bloodseeker can finish him off with a silence. And the boat comes out and completely
whiffs. It's gonna be a
whiffs.
great boat, but it wasn't. It just wasn't.
And here we go with the classic standoff mid. And that's something you'll see often in 2K. But hey, that's how you play.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
It
attack.
may not be the optimal way to play, but hey, these
be
guys are trying their best. Pudge going in on a creep there, revealing his map location, but no biggie for the Dire side. And Clockwork just cleaning up in the bottom lane. There's some creeps. Looks like Lion wants to join him.
I just realized that I didn't see Pudge in any other lane except bottom.
Jivvers is in trouble in the top lane. Looks like Kunk he's trying to walk away here and sneak away after the Rapture. He gets the TP off. Can he get it off in time? No! Wind Ranger gets the sacker in the last second. Would you believe it? And what can he do? He pins out the boat for the boat. The boat off isn't enough.
Dire's top tower
And
has
he
fallen.
sticks a middle finger up at the two there with a boat, but dies in result of it.
But you gotta give it to Jivvers, he's fucking tanky as shit.
I would just like to give you an update on the net worth graph. Bloodseeker has just surpassed Tonka to be the second, and Pudge is still the highest on Dire just after the Bloodseeker. So it's Void,
Yes.
Bloodseeker, Tonka, and Pudge. Pudge, we should also guys notice that both Pudge and Bloodseeker are building a Radiance, and both are very close to it, so let's watch this.
Yeah, it looks like the Pudge is just queued up a Radiance. Here out comes the hook in the bot lane. The Clockwork, he's got the blade now, but again, Pudge with that hook save. The static sword comes out, Lion with the finger. There you go, shove that finger up his arse.
I guess he won't be needing a doctor anymore.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
That's for sure. So another pick off from the Radiant side, but mid tower has gone. And it looks like TA is slowly building up that farm, getting the Desolator now. And it looks like the Dire side wants to be able to pressure this bot lane.
Keep an eye on the fact that Radiant all have TPs,
Radiant's middle
while Dire
tower
only
is
have
under
one
attack.
TP.
I'm just looking at the TA.
Fine.
I think the better option to go
Radiant's
Blink
bottom
Dagger
tower
first
is under attack.
to get the easy pickoffs.
Yeah, because they have quite the squishy.
Radiant structures
Yeah.
are fortified.
And let's look at it that
But
way.
I don't think
Avoid-
Blink Dagger is actually any good this game for Templar. You want to go for the 4-staff into Hurricane Pike so
Radiant's
you can
bottom
escape the
tower
call.
is under attack.
Illusion!
Pulse from
Radiant's
The
bottom
Force
tower
Staff can
has
be good
fallen.
against those cogs.
Yeah, I'm right.
And there is a big push coming out from
Dire's
the
middle
Dire
tower
side. However,
is under
Kunkka is
attack.
trying to get some damage onto the top lane here. Is there going to be a fight
Dire's
breaking
middle
out in the bottom
tower
lane? That's
has
the question.
fallen.
Kunkka's hiding in the
Radiant
trees. He's waiting for
structures
someone to
are
TP
fortified.
top. But it looks like
Dire's top tower is under
Virtually
the
attack.
agree
bot
with my
lane-
comment on Force Staff.
the Force Staff I would totally agree with. I mean,
I think yes and no at the same time.
there is options available.
I think she got her dagger.
Out comes the hook! And the
But you
blade mail
couldn't
comes
have
in.
oh,
Bloodseeker in trouble here with the blade mail damage.
Bloodseeker is
And it does clean him up for
Bloodseeker,
that.
more like Bloodfeeder with the whiffy chrono that
Dire's top
catches
tower
absolutely
is
no
under
one, but
attack.
it was actually meant to zone the Windranger. So, Bloodseeker.
The glimpse
Yeah,
comes back,
so
and Pudge could be in trouble here. And he does use the dismember, immediately cancelled by the Science of the Static Storm. The Glimmer Cape comes out from the Lion, and they're pressing forward. Wind Ranger here, trying to get this shackle. He does manage to land it. Can he get the power shot off in time? He does, and what a combo there. Jivvers comes in to try and help out. He does get the X mark on the Pudge. They're able to clean up the Pudge there. They're on the chase. Radiant are on the chase here. He's got
How
the
is
blink
Lion
dagger
worth
now.
more than the Pudge?
I've no idea, but there's a lot of action going on right now.
Dire's middle tower is under
The
attack.
X mark comes off, the boat comes out as well. Just to
Well
continue
timed, well timed.
that Wind Ranger there. Well played by the Kunkka.
Well played by the Kunkka.
It does actually feel a little bit odd to say well played by the Kunkka because that is me, but that's another story.
He's gonna go
So
for the
things-
stack. He fails the stack. That's fine. He still went for it.
That's the Void, yeah.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Right
So,
now.
so what are you looking at the moment, SF, in this game?
Bloodseeker has
Do you
got
think,
his radiance. Pudge is still going for that radiance. He's not backing down. He got the recipe, and is 400, 800, fuck, 1800 gold away
Dire's
from
bottom
that
tower
radiance.
is under attack.
But we're gonna have two
Dire's bottom tower
radiances
has
on the
fallen.
Dire.
I guess you would call it radii because it is a plural, but I suppose it's quite an interesting way of putting it. And,
You're not
out
supposed
comes
to
the
be
boat.
even thinking about that in this game.
Look at this! There's some action going on, and Clockwork
Oh,
again,
the
he's getting
side
hook
blade,
after hook
so
after hook. He's
close.
like playing like S4. Look at this. Jivvers with
Another X
the...
marks.
Yeah,
So safe harbor, eh?
but Wind Ranger again with the defensive shackle.
It's
Out comes the Rupture. The Glimmer Cape is negating some of that damage. Having said that, I think the damage is pure, so...
I believe it is.
So, Jivvers is just
It's a
posturing
vision
here in
game.
bot lane. There is some
Vision
more
game.
action coming on the Clockwork. He's being very aggressive here. What do you think of this aggressiveness from the Radiant side now? Things are starting to turn around, do you think?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, wait a minute, what's happening here? Lion has been completely caught out dealing with the wards, and I think he was a little bit too eager there. What do you think about that?
yeah, he was too eager.
I think it's space for the Void and the Pudge, but given that the fact that the Pudge is farming a useless item, I think it's good for the Radiant.
No.
Excellent
Maybe-
advice there coming out from our technical team.
Maybe they're playing in the
Jivvers picks
future
up
and
the-
they stack right now.
Clear sailing
What's up,
now.
Virtual?
I was just commenting on the Pudge and the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, maybe
maybe
next batch, not now.
maybe they're
but
playing the next
yeah.
batch and they stack.
They're playing from the future, and we don't get their memes.
They live in a
Looks like there's a
30
lot of action going on in the bot lane. The Rupture comes out on Jivvers, and he's actually in a lot of trouble now because the Wind Ranger shows up. Can't seem to finish off the Bloodseeker. What's
But
going
look
on
at
here?
that.
And now the Sirens comes out, and he's completely squashed. He's on his own. Maybe he shouldn't have engaged on his own there. But the rest of the team, they knew that this is a
Bloodseeker going for a BKB.
tactical
If
feat. Tactical
Bloodseeker,
feat.
Bloodseeker's spells weren't pure, he might have lived longer than that because he's so tough.
TA is also
But-
going for a BKB. Our Lion is going for the classic Iron Scepter fingering build. Because
It looks like the
Lion
Pudge
is a
has actually
Chad.
changed his mind. It looks like the Pudge has actually changed his mind about the Radiance, and he's moving on to the Heart of
But he
Terrestrial.
still has the recipe. I guess he feels too
I think
ashamed to sell it. Been there before.
Wait. I think he sent a clue to the secret shop or some shit. Nope, he didn't.
He's just chilling. He's just having a chat with the side shop owner, and now he TP's back to the
He's
bottom
trying to
side.
order some food from the side shop.
Yeah, a kebab maybe, a shish kebab, something like that. Maybe
McDonald's.
even
A burger.
We have
A burger,
an
yeah.
MKB pick up the Void to give a middle finger to that Wind Ranger.
I
So-
still think
One would
that
think it's a smoke at their Dire Shrine, but it's not. Because good players don't smoke, it's not healthy.
I think the Void should go for a BKB.
I think so.
What do you
too,
guys
yeah.
think?
Yeah, it looks like the Void here is chosen to go for
Or a
the
Lincoln,
the
maybe,
attack
but
speed and the damage, and he's actually picked a good item with the Monkey King bar, but he could be caught out with the engagements. Maybe even a Lincoln Sphere would be quite
Double
good this
damage.
game. What do you think?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
a Lincoln's would be good, but he needs to be cautious. While a BKB would help him in team fights. But he also needs
So
to be cautious.
he has two options: either buy a BKB and Chrono single target, or buy a Lincoln and
Radiant are
get
scanning.
Rubik. What's
Yeah, I
her
think if
Wind Runner
he gets a BKB,
and Bloodseeker in the same time in the Chrono.
because
The scan came out. Oh, and the hook shot comes out from the clockwork, but it does just bump the disruptor in the bum.
with the
There.
power
I'm just waiting
shot
for
to scout.
Bloodseeker to go the troll build, which is buy a force staff. Wind Runner has a force staff. You just also target, force staff him away. Boom. That.
Yeah, could get the mean builds coming out, but at the moment the Dire side are farming away safely. They probably do, well, they clearly know where the Radiant team is, but the Radiant team are pushing forward, and
You can see Punch is farming to buy more food.
out comes the
become
trap,
more
out
fat.
comes the silence.
Oh, shit.
40,000 HP
Disruptor
on the
with
puck.
half his HP gone.
It's minute 30.
The Dire side
They
still
became the
just
whole
posturing
chain of
around
fucking McDonald's.
their shrine. Doesn't seem to be a lot going on because the Radiant team decided to back off. Except for Lion could be in trouble here.
Lion.
He's the Glimmer Cage and he gets hooked, and all that damage coming out from the hook and the rupture, and finish off with the Wind Ranger.
Gold for my chest.
Every coin helps.
Looks like an even split with the runes.
I'll never see this coming.
The Void with 17,000 net worth. And that's highest is Jivvers with 12. Gives you an idea.
And Void getting a lot of farm
Really
with
well.
this attack speed there. And Void seems to be playing for the late game because he's avoiding a lot of engagements. Space being created by the Krunker there by pushing up the top lane, which does force a rotation out from two of their heroes on the Dire side.
We do have a BKB on the Bloodseeker for the next team fight. I believe it's a 10-second BKB. It is. Brand new. Haven't even tested it yet.
You should test it right away. Maybe
Yeah.
it might be
Yeah,
Chinese.
that's how you do it properly. That's how we do it in my bracket in Archon. Get the BKB and make sure it works.
That's how we do it, baby. So, looking at about 30 minutes into this game, ranked game, 2K game, what do you think, who do you think's winning now, would you say? It looks like, from what I can see, it's a 2K net lead on
I
the
think
Radiant side, and they've
2K
got the late
is
game
irrelevant,
advantage.
but yeah, the fact that they are not losing yet is a win. Because they have
I think it's still got.
well,
Oh, there's a lot of action coming
Dota
out with the
Plus
feet.
said
In
75% for the Radiant.
Krunker comes out with the X mark, just to do a little pokey.
As you can see with the Punch, he's starting leading.
Disruptor's going down.
This guy's bad.
Out comes the boat
Yeah,
from the
he
Krunker.
might win. He might be there.
Bloodseeker's got the BKB, he's burning through. And look at the damage coming out from the TA. And even with the blade now, he's in trouble. But then look at
25%
the
This is Gabe Newell.
blade now damage.
Thanks for playing
Oh
Dota 2.
my word!
Double kill.
Ooh, what a juke from the TA.
TA manages to
Dire's
juke out
bottom
that,
tower is under attack.
Killing spree.
wonderful Jivvers.
Oh, are we gonna see?
Dominating, I
Holy
guess.
shit, those bashes.
With the die.
In the back lines of Void, get them the stolen X mark. Void's in a lot
might
of trouble
wanna
here.
build a
Needs help.
Titanic.
There's no buybacks coming out from the Radiant. They're going to hold their buybacks. Void,
I
can
was
he get out
just gonna
of
say
one?
this spot could be Dire's win condition.
Yes, this
Rubik's
will
there.
push
He knew what
through
he
out
got
of the
the
center.
prediction. Got the TNT.
That's very respectable.
Coming out. Excellent play from the Dire there. And it looks like things are swinging a little bit back towards the Dire team. Disruptor's in trouble there. He TP's front. Is this a bait? Is this some sort of bait coming out from the Disruptor here?
Oh, the hook shot.
The hook shot from the clock.
But the hook, so many great hookers in this game.
There's so many hookers in this game. This place is an
Radiant's top tower is
absolute
under attack.
whorehouse. It's the burlesque house coming out. Oh, the shackle from Wind Ranger coming around from round the back.
They're gonna waste everything on Fatty
Way
right
too
here.
early to fight.
They're coming out of the walls. They're coming out of the goddamn walls. The
Radiant's
hook
top
is missed,
tower
but the
is
line
under
does
attack.
fall. And now the Radiant are in real trouble here, falling one by one.
As
The
you can
chain
see,
team's coming out.
Batman.
Radiant structures are
Batman
fortified.
takes literally zero
Radiant's top
damage.
tower is under attack.
They used everything on him. Got his HP down to 50 only. So, only way to kill him is just corner him solo on the edge and chow down on him.
Radiant's
What do you think,
middle
guys?
tower is under
Yeah, I
attack.
agree. I was just saying he is the win condition. He has only 9 statues, so imagine in like 15 minutes when he has 20. 25.
Radiant's middle
It's gonna
tower
be-
has fallen.
Yeah, he's gonna be the
It's gonna be thick.
whole chain of McDonald's is gonna be combined with Jack in the Box.
Back
The
so
good
Oh,
comes
soon.
out.
Jivvers
and Jivvers
tickling
does-
the punch. Jivvers literally
tickling
tickling the
punch,
punch.
but he does have a heart, so very difficult to get him there. However, the Dire do seem to be backing off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And-
attack.
A little bit of some trash talk coming out in the chat there.
Clockwork with the tri-English, with the American mentality.
You Mongol.
Radiant are
Ooh,
scanning.
with the racist shit, but it's acceptable. They are at a very
Radiant's
high level
bottom
of Dota,
tower
so we
is
can
under
just
attack.
turn a blind eye to
Radiant's
whatever.
bottom tower.
We can turn a
has
blind
fallen.
eye to that one. They're so high level Dota players. And oh, that hook shot coming out, but then he gets pushed out. Out comes the turn, man. Void finishes him off. The boat comes out with the BKB from TA's pop. In the back line, the chrono
another
comes out.
great hook.
The hook, another unbelievable.
That's what I was
from the
talking about. Either Void gets a 3-man chrono or he buys a.
But that Wind
But
Ranger,
it
she
wouldn't
got
be-
glimpsed, she got hooked, she got glimpsed, she got fingered, she got fucked. So it's the Templar.
And here we go. This is even more. The fight's still breaking out.
Face
Come on,
destroyed.
that's what I used to say.
Hook comes out onto the void. He's got to
Damn.
get out of there. And Disruptor's the sacrificial lamb in this situation. The Clockwork is in trouble. But
It'll
for
be
some
something
reason,
to
Busy.
the Kunkka seems to be pushing out the bot lane and not joining in the fight, so they're having to back off. The hook
If
does
I was
miss.
on Radiant, I would be flaming the Kunkka, but okay.
I wouldn't, to be honest, because he's pushing the lane, which is good. I want to push the lane. Because we don't have a
The
tier
Kunkka
2.
made a
Bounty.
questionable play there, but we'll say that that's all part of
But
the
I still
plan.
think it's a good play to push bottom, because we don't have a
Yeah,
tier
but-
2
But
bottom.
indeed, I agree.
So you need to push it out a little bit, because the next second you'll find yourself
Dash
in the
is
base.
in this blade mail. He's like,
Here comes the blade
Fuck
now,
you,
yes,
stupid.
the void managed
the
to
no
get
you
away.
card.
Possibly got the dismember off, but he
Dire's
doesn't
top
manage
tower
to.
is under attack.
Imagine if Butch popped his blade mail and there was a PA on the enemy team and she quit it for 3,000.
That's probably how it felt for Void right now. Except he
So
made it
things
out
have calmed
alive.
down a little bit in this game. Things have calmed down.
Dire in the
and,
lead, and net worth,
Yeah, Dire,
wise,
yeah.
other than the Void, Dire are nowhere. we have Void with the 22k, and then Bloodseeker and Fudge with around 15 to 16k. That's it. Everyone else
Jivvers is 15k.
Yeah, but Jivvers is pushing.
Looks like Jivvers is
He
getting
just one shots.
clearing those waves. Get with the wave
He's
clear.
pretty proud about himself. He can one shot creeps. That's choice for another day.
Yeah, the good thing about the Kunkka is obviously with the wave clear and the crowd control, he's in and out of the fights, so he's still trying to make space for this void,
Sure.
possibly farm even a BKB or something that can negate a lot of this control that the dire side have. However, there seems to be some warding going on from the Rubik, and he's managed to secure the bottom jungle here. The warding
Dire
from the
are
dire side has
scanning.
been excellent, don't you think?
Yeah. I agree. So I'm not a TA player, but I know that you should have a trap at Roshan at all times. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. The trap as being placed very conservatively in this game, but looking at the dire side here, they're posturing,
Dire's
ready
vision
possibly-
is superior though. It's
ready for a smoke, maybe. Now they continue to farm.
high level players are how good it is, so, my friend.
Indeed. And
They're just
Bloodseeker,
fucking
he's
raw.
built up a Heaven's Hellbird, possibly to stop some of that right-click damage coming out from the void.
Void is going for the Daedalus, but I think he should go for some sort of sustain in the team fight. He obviously does a lot of damage. That's
Hudge now looking like an absolute beast with nearly
I'm
5,000
thinking he should
HP.
get Skadi instead of Daedalus, but whatever suits his pickle.
yeah, I would have suggested a Satanic.
Why would you need
That
this?
works too for young fights like that.
Yeah, there is that situation that Bloodseeker does fall off in the late game due to the fact that he just doesn't really scale very well. But if he can get some items to help him do that, maybe some more stat items like for example Skadi, just to help him survive longer in the fight.
Playing. That's Fudge.
Oh, out comes the hook.
Great hook.
And
Great hookers.
TH bold here, and the chrono comes out. He's getting the way back from the TH. TH down. Fudge, he's going on the back line.
Okay, now 9-5.
With the X mark.
He's trying to one-handed with Bloodseeker, but he can't win with Bloodseeker.
Killing spree.
As you can see.
Jivvers going head to head. Against the Fudge. Saying no to obesity. Saying no.
Yeah, he's
killing
saying, no,
spree.
you can't fight me, you
Is the void
fatty."
gonna capitalize from the double damage? I don't think he will.
Oh, he's gonna capitalize his ass.
GG's coming out from the clockwork. A bit of frustration from the Radiant side because the fight was drawn out for so long. But
That's exactly why I was talking about the Satanic.
I don't think. Oh, is he trying to do that?
Void's gone back in. What's happening here? Is he baiting him? What's going on? The X mark actually comes out from the Rubik. Don't be mistaken. And then, oh, he backs off. Kunkka with the boat. He does manage to get the X mark boat. Oh, and he gets the two of them. But there's no follow-up.
Clockwork was quite frustrated.
Both teams backing off. What do you think the Radiant team need to do next here? Because obviously that fight didn't go exceptionally well for them. They did manage to get a lot of kills.
They could have ended the fight
It was good, but
get back, healed up a little bit, then push, because you got obesity that for God knows how long. You got TA that the rest are kind of meh, they can kill all five of you. You could have just pushed mid.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Took at least 2 hours.
what do you think
Bounty.
they're looking to do next? Do you think?
I think they should really watch their backline, as we saw the Fudge of the backline did.
Gonna have to stop you there. There's a hook coming out from the clockwork, and Rubik here. He's trying to creep his way out of this one. Out comes the boat, but I think he's whiffed it. He's whiffed the boat, and now Rubik, he's managed to blink away. And what is this? Jivvers coming out with the X.
Oh my god!
But oh wow! And then a hook comes out from Pudge, an excellent save. The dire side just absolutely styling over them right now on the
I'm
radio.
pushing this
Killing
push so
spree.
far. With this item.
Bunker dies,
Item choice.
Clockwork dies. What a disaster coming out from the
With
Radiant.
the bait, Rubik. With
I
broken
think this
ankle.
is Void. Void, why are you farming right now? Why the fuck is the team fighting? Farming? Could have just cloned the Pudge and killed him easily.
What the
Will he?
fuck
Will he?
is going on? Well, this is 2K and we don't mind because
Will
these
he
guys
chrono?
are buying their best. Look at this! Finger coming out on Pudge is deleted from that 5,000 HP. However, as a
Bye
result of
bye.
this, the Void's down.
Mega kill.
Look at this!
Double kill.
He's gonna
Bloodseeker
keep it on
pounding
corner.
into the Disruptor.
Does he have a TP? He has a TP. Oh, I think he's gonna
The
TP on
Radiant
the...
side are in real trouble here, and the Dire are just starting to think about making a push towards the high ground. You would say.
That buyback was useless.
I think it's gonna hold their high ground.
Looks
Didn't
like
know who
the
shit.
TA is coming out
Radiant's
here
middle tower is under attack.
with the right
What
tricks on the high ground.
Radiant's
No messing
structures
around
are
from
fortified.
TA.
What's high ground?
Out comes the
Dire's
glyph from
structures
the
are
Radiant
fortified.
team
Radiant's
So that's
top
the
tower
Dire.
is under attack.
and pushing top lane and mid lane. The blink.
Radiant's
Chrono in
top
the
tower is fallen.
I don't think he should
TA.
use Chrono. Because the moment he uses Chrono, they're gonna 5-man push.
There is Chrono available.
He's gonna
They have
ulti.
to wait and be patient for this one, but the Rupture comes out
Yeah,
onto the
still
Void
has that smart
and the
buyback.
X-Mark.
Oh, that's...
Out comes the Tyler.
Oh, Rubik!
But he's just completely deleted from the Rubik. Absolutely banging on the backline. And now the Clockwork. He's got the Blade May out. He's trying to tank up as much damage as possible. Where is Jivvers? Can he come here and capitalise on this situation? Yes, that's a...
Lock down.
So much coming out. And the Torrent comes out from the Jivvers. From the Kunkka there.
Backwards, they're frustrated.
And now Kunkka's looking to clean up. Getting his
Go with
position
the
to
high
clean.
IQ play. Going to the creep.
Double kill.
And he should be able to tick down, and a double kill for Jivvers on the Radiant side, and they do manage to hold. A lot of damage coming out on those tier 3s, and they do manage to take a
Radiant's
tier 3
bottom
tower.
tower is under
However,
attack.
things are looking a little bit better than they were, and they may be able to capitalise on this. What do you think, boys?
Yeah, I agree. But
Yeah, they could-
note
they
that
could
they
push for
only
forced
took one
buybacks.
tier 3.
Radiant's
and
top
no,
shrine
no
is
racks
under
in that
attack.
push.
For the twins.
I think Radiant should push right now, force their buybacks.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they're thinking right now.
Looks like they're
Jivvers
trying to
going
clean
for the
up
push.
and get a little bit of vision in their own jungle. And oh, the Pudge is coming in. Oh, he manages to dodge the hook there, and the Disruptor cleans up the ward. Now there's a fight breaking out in the top shrine on the Radiant side. The Bloodseeker pops his BKB. Disruptor's in trouble, but he glimmers away.
Suck all that, man. Suck all.
Out comes the X-Mark bow. Stuns up the Bloodseeker.
Oh, the
And
Ravage.
the Pudge.
The chain stunning coming out from the Radiant
Finger.
side. An excellent two-man cogs. The Finger comes out.
Why do you think that the Pudge has the Bloodseeker?
Yeah, wrong hole.
Jivvers pounding away on the Pudge here. He manages to get a clean.
Look at Pudge's attack,
There's so
man.
much damage coming out on the Pudge here. He's all alone. You're in no man's land, Pudge.
The face is going
Don't
to the
move with her,
viewer.
motherfucker.
Another hook. He's managed to actually. The Clockwork's managed to catch the Wind Ranger, and he's just stalling him up there. Holding him with the battery assault.
Ranger with a frustration buyback.
Void cleans up, and Void's looking for more. He does find a TP. He just chronos
Oh.
a support.
He should,
He's
he
got
should
the
use
AR
his
risk.
time dilation. Use his time dilation. Okay.
Void's in trouble. Kunta's looking out to
Had
help
that
out.
chrono stolen, that would have been big.
He does manage to catch the Rubik.
Rubik has a chrono. Is he
But
gonna
they do
catch
back off.
Oh, he
He's
The
does.
rest
gonna
of the Dire
fight my
team are coming
Because
along,
he
and they
did
do
not
back
use
off.
his time dilation in time. Or at all.
Chrono's down, so the Dire side are probably going to be a little bit happy about that
Radiant
engagement.
has his
However,
chrono. Fire
Radiant
has his chrono.
Ooh, what a hook! What a hook on this.
Coming out from Clockwork.
Fingers.
The finger is negated from the refraction there. He's not able to get it.
Which is the
Who
diamond.
takes off the TA? And now, Radiant side just all ganging up on this Wind Ranger now.
I'm beginning to believe
And
that
like-
this lion has not been with a woman before. He cannot finger anything.
Dire's top
Properly.
tower is under
And now
attack.
Radiant seems to have the advantage push here. 3
Dire's
dead
top
on
tower
the
has
Dire
fallen.
side.
Dire's middle
With
tower
no
has
buyback
fallen.
on Windrunner. So we're gonna see a high ground push.
Dire's
Nobody's
middle tower
defending.
is under
The
attack.
only buyback on the Dire is the Bloodseeker.
There's not much the Dire can do about this. They should be in position to try and stall
Still
it.
has his
Breaking up now.
Middle barracks.
There's a TP coming out. Looks like a little bit of a bait coming out from Rubik with a TP there. Oh my word
What?
though.
Oh, that's
Chronos
cool.
just for that last hit. And that's totally
No,
extended.
it wasn't points. Wasn't points. It was
The hook from the Pudge. The Clockwork's in trouble, but he's got a lot of...
Why does Pudge has an abyssal blade? I think. Okay.
In the meantime,
Dire's bottom tower
Void
has
is
fallen.
cleaning up the bottom lane of Rat.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Bloodseeker comes forward. The hook misses. The time dilation comes out.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
It looks like the Radiant side are going to back off here. Although they do want to keep pressure because there are still 3 dead. Spike. Pudge just tanking through it all.
If we could corner the Pudge and kill him, it would be big.
At the moment the Chrono
Dire's
is ready.
top tower
He's
is
up,
under
yeah.
attack.
And the Void pounding away at this bottom lane of racks. They're close to getting 2
This
lanes
corner's
of
really
racks
big.
here.
The corner's really big right now.
Coming
He
out with a
got Did he fucking corner for him? Holy shit.
looks like the
Thank you.
so the Void waiting for the Chrono for this Radiance damage coming out. The boat comes out, the combo's there, and Void manages to clean up.
He's dead. Void is dead.
But it looks like Void finally goes down, and Jivvers just is standing there watching. He's having a good time. He's just watching there, standing by, waiting to die, just so he can get his items.
In that barracks.
Hurry the hands of the clock.
Void is going with an unusual item.
Jackpot.
A scepter?
Looks
Oh,
like the
Looks like he
Yeah.
Radiant
needs a
frantically.
BKB.
Yeah, I think he wants
In trouble.
to chrono as much as possible, but it's not really a wise idea against a Rubik when you're not getting your time dilation off.
And look at this, the Dire side. They're going for the push. They're going for the YOLO push. This could be game. There's buybacks though. Are they going to use them? That's the question. Sometimes people hold buybacks just to go on to the next game.
Radiant structures
But
are fortified.
I mean that's completely unheard of really. But anyway, here comes the push. There's a buyback from Kunka.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Are you gonna boat?
Radiant's middle
This lane of racks is just there's so much damage coming out, physical damage
Radiant's
from
middle
the
barracks
Dire side.
I think it's too late to defend
Radiant's
mid.
top barracks are under attack.
Jivvers does try and defend mid with the
Radiant's
creeps
top
with the
barracks.
boat
Radiant's
there, but
top
then
barracks
they've
has
lost
fallen.
the top lane of racks. They've lost 2 lanes of racks. Jivvers with the Lincoln Sphere now. Managed to stop that rupture.
Lion tried to finger something,
Radiant's
but
bottom tower is under
BKB
attack.
comes up
Jeez,
Bloodseeker.
Radiant's bottom tower is fallen.
And now they're going for it. They're going for the mega.
oh wow!
Look at this, the stack storm. Everything, the stack storm is just holding this Pudge in place, and out comes the cleave. It pops the Aeon disc on the Rubik, and now, Void, those bashes. So much damage coming out from the Void. They're on the chase. Radiant are pushing forward. Can the Dire side get out? He chooses the TP.
Barracks are under attack.
Bloodseeker's in trouble though. He gets X mark. He gets glimpse. He gets all the spells put on top of
Void,
him. Cogs
Void is still going for the
and
support, even
And they
though
chase it. Oh, look at that!
Dire's bottom
Rubik
barracks
caught
has fallen.
A buyback coming immediately out from the TA.
But someone's gotta push top. It's 5-4-4.
And on the Radiant side, looks like the.
I like how the scores, the kill score up top is even.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly even here. The only advantage I would say is the Dire. They have got 2 lanes of racks and almost megas back. They just need to clean up that bottom lane. But there are 3 dead on the dire side, and Jivvers is pushing forward.
The Void should go for
The
a move.
Void is there.
Better.
He gets shackled.
Or you know,
Out to the
BKB.
back to the dire side.
BKB.
The BKB from the TA. He
This
fakes
Only
is
out
a
the
goal
catches
back.
the
BKB.
win. Only catches
And
the
he
win.
goes.
Doesn't even
And
kill her.
Oh no, he's frozen! But look at this! Jivvers, he blinks in and he manages to get
And
something
the
off.
Rubik gets the chrono.
fountain
The Rubik gets the
heal.
chrono.
Yes, the fountain heal makes Windmanger survive that, but they're going for the megas.
Oh, it's the
Oi.
mischance.
That mischance coming out.
3-man
What a
chrono
lucky
off the Rubik. He fingers him. Oh,
The chrono, the
big
stolen
plays from the
finger.
Rubik. Big plays from the
Unbelievable
Rubik.
plays. Absolutely big plays from the Rubik here. He's styling all over the Radiance team.
Was it
and
3-man
he's
chrono on
keeping them
top
in the
finger
game.
of death?
And it looks like they can't get the megas. Now this game is unbelievably even. If you look at the Radiant side and you look at the Dire side, look at those barracks. It's almost like it's a mirror image.
It is indeed. And we watch the Faces Void with his itemization that doesn't make much sense yet. Like, I could see his thinking. He wants chrono to kill people because if you can't move, you're dead.
Well, you have
That's
to,
what
you
he
have to say
thinks.
that he does an incredible amount of attack speed. If you can get the initial
But
damage off, he's
giving
okay.
it off
But
to Rubik and he's killing his teammates, and
his survivability
he needs
is not very
survivability, he
good.
needs sustain. He has none.
The look is going for the Against Blessing. What the fuck are you gonna put instead of that?
Midas, obviously. Oh, and they meet a random punch.
Would you look at this?
And
Oh, wait,
Sidebringer.
but-
On the outside there, they managed to catch out the Dire side in trouble there. They're caught by surprise. And the Rubik goes down. One of the best players on the Dire side is down. And now Void, he's down. He's got buyback though.
Bloody hell.
See a
They can
huge fight
lose.
coming out. But TA has been actually caught out by the Heaven's Hellbird. And he can't do anything. He's stuck by the Disruptor's spells. What is going on here?
Bloodbath. It's a bloodbath.
Absolute bloodbath. Clockwork is down, but there's still 4 on the Radiant side, and there's 2 dead on the Dire side. There's a chase on. Out comes Kunka, and he gets on. What is he looking for? He's looking for. He's toying with this guy.
Seb.
A lot of
Can you not
mischance.
chrono? Can you not chrono for this?
Please don't chrono.
What a save!
Seb. I guess.
Yeah, but
That'll
we
be a
need someone
Seb.
pushed up, and that is Seb. And
Seb comes out with the
notice
the
Dire's vision has
S4 style Clockwork.
There is
Dire's
vision.
vision has turned
Holy
to be
shit.
very defensive.
Looks like they're going for the GG
How many
push now.
voids do they have?
Radiant side.
How
Here
many
we go.
voids does Radiant
Dire's
have?
top barracks are
Zero.
under attack.
They just
Dire's
played
structures
fun.
are fortified.
Don't you quest
Can you not chrono for the
There's
solid
action
stuff?
going here. There's a chrono. It comes out.
And
he
she's
to
finger.
get the wing ranger, and there's no
I don't see
buyback
what
on the
happened.
wing ranger.
That
They're
shit
going
was
for the
really
megas.
bad.
They're going for the GG.
She got
This could
fingered.
be game.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
This could be game.
Dire's top barracks has
They
fallen.
do manage to get the mega
Now
creeps.
have mega creeps.
They're going to try and finish it off now. There are creeps
You
in the
can
lane.
see
They're going
the
to have to clear them
clock
up.
is a hit
Jivvers immediately quickly clears them up. Now the hook comes out. Pudge is trying to slow things down. The stack storm goes onto Pudge, but Pudge is so goddamn tanky that even a finger only takes out about a quarter of his health. But now, look at this! Oh, he missed it! Dismember! And Void goes down!
Down.
The boat
Void.
comes out, Pudge is down. Can they finish off this GG though?
They should be able to just YOLO the towers. What are you
Dire's middle
doing?
tower is
Why are
under
you backing
attack.
off?
It looks
They
like
need
they're
a
just
creep wave.
cleaning up the
Bloodseeker?
creep so they
Creep
can
wave.
push the creep.
Maybe because Bloodseeker and CA is coming back, so they don't want to risk it.
It's 4v2. No buyback on either side, but you have the mega tools. They should be able
The
to.
Rubik is pulling the wave
Dire's middle tower
along though.
Look at this jump.
The hook shot
It's his-
from the Clockwork.
Oh my
Fingers
god.
Finger
himself.
comes out and Rubik's down.
He really fingered
There's so
him.
many
Radiant's
creeps
courier
here.
has been killed.
But it looks like the Clockwork's in trouble and the Kunka's in no man's land.
Dire's
Clockwork,
middle
why
tower
don't
He
is under
does
attack.
it. He isn't able to get out and the Kunka
Jivvers
doesn't
just
play it
said,
safe.
fuck it. He's not taking any part
He
of this shit.
says, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Can you find the enemy? A region one, he wants it so bad. And takes the vision.
Regeneration!
There we go. He takes it.
He's a smoke.
He does
He is
get that 100 HP that
So-
he desperately needed.
Dire are scanning.
Kunka, what is that in your backpack? Is that a
Looking
Lucky
at-
Strike? A Marlboro?
I think that's a memento.
Oh, memento.
It's a lovely mento, like you put a mento in a bottle of Diet Coke and it just goes boom. That's what we're looking at. So, the Radiant team, can they finish this game off, or does the Dire side have something in them where they can come back and team wipe them and end this game? It's important time because obviously buybacks are important, team fights are important, everything's important, don't you think?
Yes, indeed,
Yeah.
everything's important. We gotta keep an eye on to the itemization. The Faceless Void has gone for the Aghanim Blessing and he's back with his Hand of Midas and 400 gold. Notice he has bought back twice and I believe he is still
So
top
we
of the
can see
network.
Clockwork is spamming bottom to defend this, the last rats. I don't know why. Like, you can see that the other team are busy fighting the Megas. So shouldn't worry too much about the bottom rats.
Looks like the Void is farming up in the jungle while
What do I know? I'm 1k.
Jivvers, he wants to do this Roshan, but it looks like the rest of the team are just preparing themselves, ready for it. Maybe they're just having a little walk on a summer's day around the jungle. But Jivvers does begin to try and start the
I
Rosh,
don't think Faceless Void believes in Roshan.
and the Clockwork, who with his Aghanim Scepter,
I don't think he,
the hook
I
big.
think he doesn't need Roshan, so that's why he doesn't do Roshan.
Well,
know,
they're just they're
Enemy
chilling.
mentality 101. If you don't need it, it's not important. You don't have a team. You're on your own.
Roshan trying to smack these boys down. But
We need
no
minus
avail.
4 Roshan for this one.
And the Void,
Of course,
he
he takes the Aegis as attacks for his contribution.
yes, the Void
You
does
want me
pick
to
up
do
the
Rosh?
Aegis.
I'll do Rosh.
And
It's
here we
all
go. This may be the final fight of the game. Some serious shit going down. This could be plus 25 for the Radiant side if they do pull it off.
We're
We're
pressed the
having
60
some
minute mark.
buybacks.
Out comes the TA. The Void does back off. Look at the Aegis though. And he does. And TA does end up burning the Aegis. But
Fingers
then
live.
Finger comes out. And Funker comes out with the boat. But the line goes down. And out comes the Static Storm and the Torrent. The Aeon Disc manages to get the Wind Ranger out.
Is under attack.
The Rubik is coming in from the side.
Structures are falling.
The Hook comes out and lands on the Clockwork, but he's too goddamn tanky.
And Void, come on Void. Everybody's grouped up together, just
He's
kill
gonna
Here
throw the
comes
Wind
Void.
Ranger now.
What you doing, Void? He gets hit by the...
Void has a sort of very nice chance.
Dire's middle tower
Even
has
a couple
Out
of
comes
minutes.
the Dismember, but then the Torrent save. Comes from the
wow.
Why is he chasing the
There comes
wind?
Chrono, and he goes in, and he gets...
Can't get that
He has a
shit.
Hellbird up, there's a lot being delayed here.
He chronoed the
delay
budge on Bloodseeker and just went
It's
for
an
the win.
intense fight here. Can they do anything about it?
He doesn't know what to attack.
Diving right in. He's trying
Radiant
to...
structures
He's trying to buy some items from the fountain or something here. He does go down.
Buy a BKB, please.
They didn't manage to do it, but the Megas are pounding in here on the Dire side, and they're trying to defend this. That fight, though, boys.
Void really
I mean,
needs a BKB now.
that was a really split up fight.
Very crucial for him now.
Dire's top shrine is under
Jivvers
attack.
just trying to finish off the top shrine.
What you just saying? Run down mid, Suka.
Yeah, exactly, and I think that's their only option. That's their only shot of victory.
But everybody's gonna respond soon. Void doesn't have buyback. That's a
Dire's
thing
top
for them.
shrine has fallen.
Clockwork doesn't have buyback.
Clockwork coming out with the
Jivvers
We'll
does.
see.
chat
Jivvers
spam. And now it looks like the Dire are just going to go for it here.
Radiant are
And they've got a big wave pushing in mid. They've got some defending out back in base with Wind Ranger, but
See Jivvers in the way.
Skipping that creep wave.
And
TA's actually defending
Look
that,
at
I should
this.
say. And
2k plays, man.
here comes the pit. Here we go. Here we go.
Just
They're
to
going
make
for
it-
the GG.
Fuck, man.
X mark keeps him safe. Bloodseekers pounding away at the tier 4. The Static Storm comes out, but it does dodge it. The Heaven Tailbear comes out on the TA. He can't really do anything. He's isolated.
Radiant's middle
Oh,
tower.
wow.
TA pops the BKB. Look at that damage coming out. But then the Lion manages to save the day, and Cook is still alive. Now they're still going on the mid. The Chrono,
One down,
unbelievable.
2 down.
Oh, it's
2 down.
actually
It is
finally
2 down.
getting
Fingers game.
He's down.
On push. Come on with the experience rate, man.
He waited all along. He waited all along for that Chrono. He finally got it out. Practice
Not
makes
over yet.
perfect, boys.
And
It's not over yet.
I assure you, the Faces would feel proud about his Aghanim Scepter purchase now.
And now with his Aghanim Scepter, he has that long Chrono time and the short.
Cool down. He has
Size
a
of the
chrono whenever
chrono,
the
yeah.
fuck he wants. Because by the time he's high ground again, he has another chrono.
Well, I would go into the fountain, follow the fountain.
And it
not
looks
the
like
fountain.
they're going for it now.
Oh,
Wind
follow
Ranger does
them.
have buyback.
I noticed that
the
with
Bavaria
all
wins.
plays, it's only a 12k lead.
This is it. This is
It's
it,
a
boys.
Rapira on the
Can
Bliatsuka.
they do it? Can they
We
do
have a
it?
Rapira on the Bliatsuka.
25 MMR on the line
He's
here.
gonna capitalize on that shit.
There is a Rapira on Bliatsuka.
And who comes out?
Great chrono. That is
Chrono.
the most important hero on the team fight.
Unbelievable Chrono. The Clockwork's there, held and twisted, ready to fight.
pretty sure
And
he's-
now,
Another
in
great
the
boat from
boat,
Jivvers.
the boat, it comes in, and now he has to walk back, but he does
If
get
they're
back.
played onto the range creep, onto the
Oh,
melee
The
creep.
Taker does come out from the line,
They know that secret. They know about his record. They don't give a shit about him so bad.
and there he goes. Bloodseeker is down, and the Raper is dropped on the floor. But it doesn't matter because there's another fight with so much damage coming out from the Radiant side, and Rubik's in trouble here.
Talk about Rapers, like,
And there goes,
come on, man.
there goes the Lion.
Is under attack.
Look at all this
There's like unbelievable.
stain and holes coming out from the Radiant team.
Win man win without the rapier.
The Dire are just struggling ever
I've
since
never
they
seen a
lost to
team that doesn't want
Megas,
to pick up a Raper.
and it looks like no one cares about the Rapier because they just want to end this
We
game
have
now.
heard of it.
It's the Aiken pick
We
up
have heard of
Oh
the
my
Weaver
word,
who doesn't
TA.
take the divine,
Come
but
back in the game. Look at the damage coming out from the tier, but then the boat comes in, and he manages to still hex him up.
Dire's ancient is
And a dominating kill streak coming out from Jivvers. And Rubik,
I think we've
In
heard
trouble.
of a Weaver who used to pick up a divine, but a Kunkka is quite surprising.
look at this. Look, the Angel's coming down, it's going down to 1000 HP, and all the way down, yeah, there we go.
And it's a
Good
very
game.
good game for the Radiant.
And the Radiant team do manage to get it in the end. But thank you very much for watching
post-game analysis.
SF
And
Virtual.
I say report Jivvers for that boat
Excellent,
in the end.
excellent analysis. And yes, if I after watching that game back myself, I would actually say that if it was possible for me to report myself, I would.
That was a great game. Thank you everyone, and gonna stop recording now.